stream. It was regular Ace Attorney. I was proud of myself. I was making sex jokes everywhere. It was a great time. And Andrew left us on fucking mute!
So, hi everyone! Hi everyone who just is now suddenly watching all of a sudden. I accidentally hit stream. I didn't hit stream, I hit
You hit
record.
record.
So, there will be a YouTube video. I'll probably maybe upload this to Twitch afterwards, maybe. Just so we get our facts straight here. So, let's recap what just happened. We finished the chapter and now we're looking for the residence of Mr. Natsume, and we met this guy and this lady. So, anyway, moving on.
The thing just popped up on my phone saying Kiyunigo is live, so.
Yeah.
Because I follow you on Twitch.
This is a sad trombone on my part.
I can't believe you did that. I seriously can't.
It's fine. I kind of deserve it.
Tisk tisk.
Anyway, it's okay. Yeah, that is in the past. This is the present. Moving forward.
Do we have one of those like number of streams without instant words?
We should.
We're now
perhaps I need
at
to-
0. Last stream went off pretty much without incident.
Yeah, we are now back at 0.
Wonderful. Maybe we will need to put up a counter. I'll put up a counter next time. Anyway. Mr. Garrett Dib, you wanna repeat your line? Cause you were coughing a bit right there.
Yes, the cough of robotic torture law.
Yeah.
So, this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
Oh, is it?
Even had some famous detective poking around, you know. In this old house, would you believe?
Yeah, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business.
Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so...
Eh? No.
Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak.
So it's in Sosuke-san's room.
It's a bully nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
Well, Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garadeb, please, do tell us.
Ah, yes, the Japanese chap. Only been locked here for a week.
Oh, just 1 week. So you moved in very recently then?
I have 2 lodgers most of the time. The ground floor and one just below us. The first floor room became available a week ago, you see. And there have been... Dash it all, Joan! Do be careful!
My goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Oh? Why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything.
Well, we won't be calling this maid as a witness. That's for sure.
Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Yes. Oh, yes. Indeed there was.
She's dying to tell us. How do you notice anything else about your lodger, Mr. Natsume?
My wood, yes. The man was shadier than an orchard. Could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room. absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots up to that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too.
Oh, I see.
The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning.
Ah.
Could you clarify something, I wonder? What, pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Ugh. I understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house. Is that correct?
That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level.
Oh, I might need to clarify this as well. Yeah, I just realized that they're using a different term of how levels are. They fucking vary by. Oh, sorry. Where are my manners? They vary by level. They vary by region depending on where they are. So, in North America, we have the ground floor, the second, usually sometimes the second floor, and then the third floor. So we don't usually count the first floor because we consider the first floor as the main level or ground floor sometimes. But in this context, the street level is the main level, and then the first floor is the second story above that, and then we're clearly on the third level, the most top of the building. So, just a bit of clarification, because I know it may seem a bit tad confusing to some people who don't understand levels in different areas of the world, but yeah. So, there you go. Anyway.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Ben, how is that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example, and the times they go to bed.
Good grief, Joan! Be more careful, woman!
My goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Something doesn't add up here. It seems that the incident took place around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window around that time?
The window?
Yes, we noticed the window over there. It looks over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
5 o'clock is dinner time, the Garrett household. So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan?
No, sir. It would have been dusk outside. Blah 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 blah. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road.
Oh, I see.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as?
Anything at all? Even if it seems unrelated?
Well...
Yes? Was there something else then?
Well, it's nothing particularly significant, but it's around that sort of time of year. Ah! For the love of God, Joan! Watch what you're doing!
Oh, dearie. What have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Do be more careful, woman.
course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow,
Oh, yes?
I have an exceedingly good memory as far as I can remember. Nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all.
Oh, well, Mr. Garrity? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been...
Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a traffic matter, really. Nothing of... Ah! Joe! Dash it all! What is the matter with you, woman?
Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Oh, she obviously knows something.
Oh, yeah. Yes, quite.
Where's the Magatama when you need it? Well, I'm kind of glad I'm not doing Magatama, but at the same time...
Magatama know there's something sus about these two.
I know, but I really want to rip it up.
Nothing happened. We sat down to a quite uneventful meal. Joan?
That's right, Mr. Garadeb.
What's the matter with these two?
Looks like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what?
I wish I knew. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Matsume's room is on?
Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor.
Mr. Sholmes is investigating there even as we speak.
Yes, told me Nuts, his name, had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Sholmes' services?
Well, that's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also have a look around? Maybe Mr. Matsume's room.
Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs.
We also won't find anything else that can help us with the case, but we have to try. With all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we?
Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more.
What's this? No. Okay, fine. Be that way. Thank you, game, for telling me that there's stuff that the new location has been found.
Kitty!
Hey.
There's a kitty!
Wow, this is a very depressing room.
Oh no, I
really
kinda
does.
like it. It's bad.
What? Just look at this place. And smell it. Oh, it's so musty in here. Ah, gross. I suppose it's the mountain of old books that are responsible for that.
I don't think I've ever seen so many books in my life.
No, me neither. It's so dark in here too. Is there any light?
Is that the window over there?
Well, it was the window, I think. Yes, once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives.
The way. I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere. Have you?
No, that's not true. But according to what Mr. Garrett told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Also, do you not smell the musty, really gross smell? Or is it
Smells
just
like books.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good
It
smell.
smells like old books. It's a
Yeah.
fucking amazing smell.
Hey, you ever been in those, like tiny, like,
Honestly,
those, like,
the best
tiny
smell.
mom and pop
Pop shops in like the middle of nowhere. Those are the best.
Look at the kitty.
Oh, he
Oh,
left.
Aw.
baby. Oh my! What an adorable little cat! Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away.
I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor Mickey, wasn't it? Do you even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain?
Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan.
That's made me feel homesick now.
Oh, already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. No, old book smell and new book smell are the two best smells ever.
Remo
like-
smells.
Yes.
Because like new book smell, you can smell like the fresh paper and it smells so good. But like old book smell has that like musty kind of like
Smells like history.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh
See,
look!
personally,
Oh no, go
No.
ahead.
I was gonna say, personally, I prefer old book smell. But
Fair
mostly because
enough.
what I often want to do when I get that is usually when I'm in those like random like antique shops and stuff.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
And I just love
Yeah.
looking. I just love looking around places
They
like
smell.
that.
It actually smells quite nice. I've been to an antique shop in town. It actually is quite nice.
Yeah, just like random like antique and curio stores are just so much fun to look around.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They are. Oh look! It's a beckoning cat from home.
It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely Mr. Natsumi didn't bring that Maneki Nico all the way from Japan with him.
I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage?
Well, can be changed traveling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm.
Well, I imagine Mr. Natsume wanted the same. And the cat is sure to beckon good luck for him.
Well, it's not doing a very good job so far, is it?
You mustn't say just such things.
I'm not even saying this stuff! I didn't say a word! Why are my eyes such a giveaway?
Because you're a dumbass, that's why, Miss Naruhodo. You're easy to read. Like a book.
No, Susanoo just stares into your soul
sorry,
eternally.
sorry. We just made a joke here.
What?
Thank you for realizing my joke.
Yeah, I just realized. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I said he's easy to read, like a book. But
Okay. Okay, I guess you have the brain cell today.
Yes.
not only do I have sex jokes, I have bad puns. Anyway.
Joy.
Death seems to be wedged into a crevice between the mountains of books on either side.
I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit here and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded by all sides
He's
by
probably
these two-
stroking more than that!
Oh, no. That's appropriate.
Yeah, definitely.
Jesus. Are y'all also getting like the thunderstorm of a lifetime outside?
No.
Jeez. It's shaking my house.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to get rain tonight.
I just, bro, be prepared.
I'm not leaving tomorrow.
I don't think it's raining around where I am, but yeah.
It's probably, if it's where Cammy is, it's probably gonna go in my direction.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Anyway, but surrounded on all sides by these towering old tombs, surely he dreamt of books every night as well.
Tombs? This is a library, not a graveyard.
Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? I was gonna make another sex joke, but I held back. Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a secondhand bookshop. Your books. Huh, pun.
You know what?
Sorry.
I'm gonna start
It's
using.
Attorney Andrew. Bad puns are part of the game.
You know what? I'm gonna keep pressing that button every time we get a bad pun.
The
Oh,
bad
yes,
puns
this-
are the best puns.
Ah. Oh yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on here. Look. Oh, and the date of purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident.
Just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books.
Fucking
There
hell,
he is!
Ridge! Where the fuck did you come from?
Oh,
He's always been there. You never looked.
We finally get to meet the himbo!
Fuck, I have to post to him though.
Alright, Kyle, you ready?
Look, Mr. Naruto!
No.
Can we get
But
to
for
meet the
this anyway.
himbo?
Ah!
Kyle, you
Aha!
have to
There
do
he
this
is.
pretty boy justice. I won't forgive you if you don't.
Aha! There he
I
is.
will make no promises.
No.
Where did he appear from?
He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book.
What you meant to say is that he's a statue.
Sure, yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, that's enough of that.
I hope he won't mind if we disturb him. Hello? Mr. Shams?
Oh no. Oh no! He got up! No! Ah!
Ah, you two. Good day.
An asshole.
Now, let me see. Where was it that we met?
Oh, Mr. Shams, we were together on the SS Burya.
Yes, of course, the Burbia. And let me see. What happened on that voyage?
It was Kazuma Soki. He died, tragically. But you were a great help to us.
Ah, yes, but of course. The case of Mr. Asogi. Was one at the stake, wasn't it?
Oh,
Well, you seem to remember something of it.
what an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Herlock Shams.
I was remembered vaguely. That's still counts as
Honestly,
an achievement.
mood though. Mood.
I was remembered vaguely. Great.
I remembered you were there.
You existed.
That's such a mood.
This is Mr.
Oh, no, my dear madame. Hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic.
Brain Addict.
Miss
Not
Naruto.
No.
And Mr. Susato.
No.
No.
Try the other way around, Mr. Slomes.
I lose the first round.
You see what I mean by himbo? Oh, look who decided to pop into stream. Hi, Stuart.
I would never, that's a lie.
Welcome to Great Ace Attorney.
Oh, hello.
Welcome
Hi.
to Great Ace Attorney.
You're
How's
live
the
on
stream?
Twitch.
You're live on Twitch.
Yes, you are.
How's the stream?
Good.
That's fun.
It's fun. We're with the himbo.
Okay.
Hey, him go detective
Just
that
not
married
wrong.
into the brain cell.
Sholmes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's Sholmes. It's not Sherlock Holmes. It's Sholmes.
I've known this guy longer for, well, shorter than like 10 seconds, but I automatically simp for him.
Exactly, right?
Right.
He's a himbo. We love him.
Kirby, what's your Twitch?
Oh, I'll post it
Yeah.
later in the chat. Or someone
Art.
will post it first.
I'll post it.
Wait, Kyle.
Ooh.
And
I'm posting it in
Hold
the
on.
general chat.
Actually, while
You're
they
free
do
to
that,
join us.
I'm just gonna quickly read this. So okay, sum of 2 shillings. Picture of Monsieur Le Coq, a bill for Gabriel, Canterbury Yearnings. That's a bit of an interesting list of books. Mr. Shloms, if you will.
Oh god, here we go.
Yeah.
In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes.
So they apprehended Sasaki-san in that short of amount of time.
I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvements a little.
A little.
It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent.
I still
My
love the fact that
God.
you're calling it your fucking brain attic.
God, this dude.
This
The
dude.
thing is, because of copyright, they can't use Mind Palace. So Brain Attic is the next best choice.
There's so many shows that
Brain
do
Addict.
Brain Addict.
I like Brain Attic way better than Mind Palace.
But
Same,
there are
honestly.
things that you use Mind Palace.
Oh, thank you, someone, for following.
Whoa, that's amazing!
Wow, what an unexpected surprise.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Or should I say, completely expected?
God damn it.
I might need to add that.
You should, actually.
Where's that from?
That's Doofenshmirtz, I think.
That's Doofenshmirtz. Was it
Oh, yeah,
Doofenshmirtz?
it's very good.
It was Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah.
Harry the Platypus, what
Ah,
an
Harry
unexpected
the
surprise! Unexpected, I mean, completely expected!
Platypus? Perry the Platypus!
Man, the platypus.
No, a platypus plumber. Perry the Platypus plumber. Perry the Platypus!
Do any of you guys follow Dan Povenmire on TikTok?
My god, he's hilarious.
I don't have TikTok,
Yes.
but I will search. I Google him later.
I respect that.
Okay.
Alright. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet.
Please, there's no need to put yourself.
I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately, my associate pens them beautifully.
He means Iris, I suppose.
Mr. Shulms, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned.
Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madame, I shall be only too pleased, and this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case.
I love him, but oh my god. You see what we call him a himbo now, Cammy?
Yeah.
God, what is
This-
crazy? It's awesome.
This man though, I've met detectives in the past, but this guy takes the cake.
This guy is special.
Kevin, you weren't there for this. The first time we encountered him, he was handing off a coat rack.
I'm trying
Oh yeah,
to
so-
find. I'm trying to find that like scene of him hanging off a coat rack because it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's the first time we encounter him and he's fucking hanging off a coat rack.
I don't remember what
I
it was.
love how the first impression you have of him is him hanging off a coat rack, and the first impression, like, I have of him is him doing, like, the sexy pose on the books.
I mean, if you want to know, my first interaction with him was basically dancing around the room looking like idiots. We haven't hit there yet, but I'm kind of
We'll get there
anticipating.
eventually.
I kind of wish we could do one right now. But,
I'm sure
Then
there will be
somebody
lots of times for a dance of deduction.
So, we know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Sosuke Natsume. It seems that you assisted him in his arrest, Mr. Schultz, for the stabbing of a young woman outside on Briar's Road.
Natsume. Yes, I believe it was named rather along those lines.
Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little?
I'm sorry, Mr. Sato. But I've not the slightest idea what you mean.
What?
I can't believe he was just looking. He was looking at Susato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance.
I assure you, I am not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension.
He's reading your mind again.
I assure you, I have no recollection of accusing your astute compatriot of the crime.
But that doesn't make any sense.
The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request to me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene.
Ah, man, seen fleeing.
There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Evidentiary, wouldn't you say?
Eventually, my dear Watson.
Yes, indeed. I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question.
So you don't think Miss Natsume is the culprit?
That I could not tell you. That was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophily. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no.
Oh dear.
Oh, holy shit, sorry, side note, I found the screenshot.
Oh my
Oh, I
god.
found it. Nice.
Send it to Cammy so Cammy can see what we were talking about when we say coat hanger. If they just post it in
Uh,
post it in
Yes.
general.
Come on, send Daniel. There we go.
Ah, yes, that. I love that scene.
That's pretty good.
Holmes? Holmes?
Yeah.
Sir?
Yeah, I remember that very fondly. I remember that
Okay.
very fondly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we met him the first time.
I love that first impression for you.
Just
Yeah,
hanging on the coat rack. I remember that.
Just walk into a room and some famous dude's just dangling from the wall and you're just like, this is normal.
honestly, best part, he's not even in frame the first time you walk into the room. You have to actually pan the camera over.
Yeah.
Oh, like how we had to do here.
Yeah.
Oh. Holmes.
Yes. This is the man we are speaking to right now. That
Oh,
very same
no.
individual.
Why is this man a ninja and why does he use his ninja powers for weird? What the
He is the
fuck?
great detective, behold.
Huzzah, great detective man.
How do you both have brain cells but don't know how to use them?
You know
What?
Those sound like questions for another
think-
day.
I think out of the trio, Susato probably has the most brain cells, and even then, she makes really dumb statements. So,
Yeah.
Susato know. Okay, all of them have brain cells. Susato just knows how to use at least one of them.
I know how to use half of
That's
it.
about right.
Shloms only knows how to use about maybe a quarter. If we had to estimate right here.
No,
power
Shultz
of
has
a
someone
brain
else use the brain cells for him.
Ah, of course.
Huh.
Ah, tell me. Have you encountered the landlord's lodgings?
Yes, Mr. Gerdib, a retired military man.
The first time I ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is in the services. I can't speak right now.
And that's the first time I've ever met a maid from the Great British Institution that is service. I didn't think it was that funny.
I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid.
Yes, I read as much as my Great Britain premiere.
And so, conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein.
Token their social standing. Sorry?
Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class, those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary.
As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance.
I had no idea.
And it is for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically, in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garridib.
Oh,
Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something.
Obviously.
Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain.
I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say.
This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later.
Mr. Natsume has stabbed no one.
Ah, but sooner or later, I said.
I don't believe that's the issue here.
About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea?
No window.
Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks.
Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax.
Window tax? What is that?
Really, not a tax on windows.
Precisely that.
Oh my goodness.
Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly closed windows up. While the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money.
Awful. And unjust. Forcing people to live in rooms are devoid of light.
Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So, some 40 years ago, or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings, such as this.
I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps.
It would appear so. I've done a little digging, and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price.
Because the room is so awful, I should think.
Apparently, Mr. Natsume only moved in here about a week ago.
Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation.
Oh,
Still, that is of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention.
are you sure?
So window tax is actually a thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I read that it was a thing at some point.
I just googled it out of interest, and this tax
It's a
legit
thing.
makes no sense.
Well, rip.
Yeah, I don't really get it either.
So it says it was introduced in 1696 and was repealed 155 years later in 1851.
Damn.
Ah, wow. That was pretty quite late. In
That's
there.
stuck around for quite a while, actually.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there
it
you
was
go.
in England, France, and Scotland.
Okay,
That
I get
makes sense,
England
actually.
and Scotland, and okay, yeah, France makes sense too. Yeah.
So
That
France,
was
it was established in 1798 and was repealed in 1926.
Oh wow, that's super
Uh,
late.
Damn.
Scotland had window tax from 1748 until 1798.
Hold on, I'm just trying to think. Until 1926, it was abolished in France.
Mhm. Well-
Uh,
In France, it was established in 1798 and was repealed in 1926. So it lasted for
I'm trying to think here.
128 years in France.
Jesus.
Geez, so
And-
it was.
That is quite a long time.
And then for
Yeah.
Scotland, it was only on for 50 years.
Okay, well, so this is interesting. Okay, so in France, they said 1926 is when it was repealed, right?
Welcome to the Daily Stream history lesson.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
Yay!
that's quite interesting. So
That's another button you need. History lesson.
wait, when was it? When was it established? 17.
In when, France or England?
Yeah, France. France.
1798.
Wow. So it lasted through the Second Republic in France. Huh. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
what
so
an odd
Scot-
tax to keep.
That's fair. But then again, France then crumbled again
So it
back to
says
monarchy.
The
for a
tax
bit.
was introduced in England and Wales in 1696 under King William III and was designed to impose tax relative to the prosperity of the taxpayer, but without the controversy that then surrounded the idea of income tax.
Ah.
Oh.
That makes a bit more sense, actually.
So when window tax was introduced, it consisted of two parts. A flat rate house tax of 2 shillings per house, equivalent to 13.98 euros in 2019, which for our money,
That's about roughly. Just trying to think of the conversion rate because I did this a long time ago.
For euros, I think it's not like 1-to-1, but it's pretty close,
so
I think.
20
It's-
Canadian dollars.
Yeah, in today's money, which that's
Yeah.
per month, right? It is per
Damn,
year.
$20 a month for a whole ass house.
And a variable tax for the number of windows above 10 in the house. Properties
Ooh.
Properties with between 10 and 20 windows paid an extra 4 shillings, equivalent to 27 euros, which would probably be about
Probably double that.
$40 Canadian.
Jeez.
And those above 20 windows paid an extra 8 shillings, equivalent to 55 euros.
That would probably be about almost $90-$100 Canadian. Crap, that's
Damn.
a lot.
That's quite a lot.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Swims. I believe you.
And
were
then
staring at
it
your
says
pipe
in
for a while.
1758 the flat rate charge was increased from 2 shillings to 3 shillings.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
jeez.
That is
Yeah.
insane.
I don't have the button for it, but I'm gonna make this a future goal that we gotta put the more you know thing.
Oh, no,
Dun
so
dun dun
This is a
dun.
good thought. Remember when we were talking about the 5 shillings paid to Gregson earlier?
Yeah.
Think about that for perspective. That's over half of that gone just as your taxes for the month.
Oh, jeez. Wow. That's actually quite
jeez.
a bit.
So I was paid his taxes for the month. Is basically what that amounted to.
Okay, that makes much more sense now.
Wait,
Mind you,
wait,
this is
wait,
sometime
wait.
later, so that might not be worth as much, but still.
I mean, still, that's quite a bit of money, actually. 5 shillings, which is about, if we can get, let's guesstimate.
There was a bedroom tax?
What?
I mean, are you
Okay,
surprised?
no, sorry. I know what you're doing this further, but I need to know. What?
Tenants living in public housing, also called council or social housing, with rooms deemed a spare, were forced to pay a bedroom tax. You have to pay a
What?
bedroom tax on a spare room?
What the hell?
Britton, what are you doing?
Getting all of the taxes that they
What?
physically can. They're
Making people poor, you know?
capitalism.
There's
Yeah.
a wallpaper tax
Capitalism.
and a brick tax?
Jesus, there's tax and everything.
Or painted wallpaper was initially taxed at 2 shillings per square yard.
What the fuck? Good lord.
Abolished in 1836.
Sometimes I'm really not surprised that there was a plague that wiped out most of Britain.
Were initially taxed at 6 shillings per 1,000. Britain,
The
what are you?
shit?
Britain,
What?
Britain, are you okay?
No, they died of plague for a reason.
Yeah, that's it. We had that. There was a plague for a reason, kids.
Jesus.
It's not the reason, but
It didn't help.
it didn't help.
It did
Okay.
not help.
So this game takes place during the Victorian era of London.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I said during Queen Victoria's reign.
Yeah.
She reigned until just until the very start of the 1900s.
Yeah.
I don't remember when the plague was. Don't ask
The
me to
bubonic
remember. Yeah.
Wow. The best plague.
Yeah, I do not remember. Don't ask me to remember. I don't have brain cells.
We're all just
I don't have
talking
the brain
about
cells today.
We're all just talking about plagues and shillings and stupid laws
Money
from like the
conversions.
1800s. And there's
Money
this Mr.
conversions.
Shlomes. There's Mr. Shlomes just smoking his pipe and just taking this in.
He's been breathing in for a while now.
Mr. Shlomes, are you okay?
Okay.
He is.
Anyway,
the
I
laws
got
of the
distracted
Olympus.
with how stupid some of the British
No,
taxes were.
that's fair. I actually kind of want to
That's
see where that
completely
went.
fair. I was actually kind of curious too. Oh, Suzato-san, is he okay? He's been kind of inhaling for like the past couple minutes.
Well, I believe I've told you all I can for now.
Oh, okay. You're not dead. Good.
No, he's good.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Slums.
Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law?
Huh, you remembered that, didn't you?
Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it?
Wow, he actually remembered something!
Wow!
Yay!
Flexing his brain cell. Yay!
I'm not sure.
Not sure? On what grounds?
Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday.
Really? Well then, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized, and so promptly, too.
The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence?
Yes, trust.
Mr. Slomes, Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he?
My dear fellow, I have the first idea.
Oh no, I recognize this music. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate?
Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them.
Oh, I see.
Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. Ah, and one more thing.
Oh, what is it, Mr. Shams? Tell us.
I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I'm quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something.
Mr. Dirty Biz? Mr. Slomes said as much before, actually, didn't he?
Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case.
Mr. Naruhodo. As yet, our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence.
No. Perhaps it's time we probe a little deeper into Mr. Dirty's secrets.
And just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo.
Bye!
A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Ah, he's still there! Ah!
No, he's just back.
He's just vibing.
Just books and chill.
reading his book.
Wait, Sherlock can read?
Damn.
Wait, what? You can't?
If I had a nickel for every time Sherlock was smart, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Ah, you pair again.
Cammy, do you want to take over the maid, or...
Or I can take over the maid.
I feel bad because you're just sitting there, so...
It's
Yeah.
good, I'm just vibing.
Fair enough.
I'm just chilling.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there?
Mr. Herlock Sholmes?
Ah, yes, rings a vague bell. All the detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid.
Well, Mr. Slomes is, in his element.
Jolly good show.
What a jolly good show.
Another cup of tea, if you please, Joan. Now then,
Oh,
why don't you
no.
tell me what... Ah! For umpteenth time, woman! What were you bolly well doing?
I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir.
Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all your assistance.
Not at all, not. Don't get much chance to talk with young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out.
According to Mr. Slomes, Mr. Garrity is hiding something. Since no other avenues for investigation seem to be since no other avenues of investigation seem open to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging.
Um,
Yeah, Wait, you thought that image was a one-time fluke? No, he keeps coming up.
Swiggity,
with
swooty.
Pearl,
Swiggity,
what are you
swooty. Sean's
doing?
got that booty.
What is he doing? I did not expect to see him up here. What the?
I did not either. I'm like, oh, okay, we're in the cutscene. I got it this menu. I see a bag pop up. I'm like, oh, no.
It's
Can't be
him.
It's frickin' Herlock.
What does he do?
What's he doing?
Mr. Schultz?
Aha! We meet again, my dear fellows.
Oh, I know what's happening. I know why he's here. I know what's happening. I know what's coming up now.
Is it gonna be a dance of deduction?
Oh yeah.
Good gracious! When did you sneak in here? Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service.
What were you doing over by the window?
I am given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madame. Yet sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up here. Well,
Keeping an eye out on one's windows at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London.
and one other thing, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh,
I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great mind.
Dear God.
wait. He's not talking
Jeez.
about... Is he? I didn't expect to be going through with that again so soon. You know what? I actually fucking was! I was really hoping we could do it again! Mr. Schloms.
Well,
But
here
you
you
know-
go.
Well,
It's
I mean,
time.
do we got enough time? You know what? Fuck it, let's just go roll with it.
I mean, we're on a roll. We might as well.
Yep.
Ryunosuke is smitten with Shoals right now.
What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruhodo.
I think so.
There's just enough time for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let's conclude the matter before dark.
Oh no, Cammy gets to see how dramatic the
Oh
dance of
God.
deductions are.
Oh yeah, baby! Let's do it!
They're
Hold
so
on,
Mr.
dramatic.
I'm just gonna quickly save here.
They're
Save
so dramatic, the
Yes.
dance of deductions. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, just
Oh,
you
yes.
wait.
Oh yes.
Mr. Garadib. Though it would seem you are a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one might call first-rate. I'm afraid, sir, that is all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I've been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon. The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of a ferocious beast in your care.
Nani?
And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you.
Mr. Naruhodo, look.
The old man's broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems like Mr. Schlump's conclusions are both spot on.
How could you possibly? How could I possibly know? You mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir.
Alright, Cammy, you here and ready?
Yep.
For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed.
Oh my god.
So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
Alright, just in case the game crashes, we at least have a spot to start from.
Oh,
God.
jeez.
Oh my
Alright,
God,
kids.
you.
Let's do it!
Oh God.
It begins the great deduction! The game is afoot! Beast. Alright, here we go, Kyle.
I just realized this is basically gonna be me having a conversation with myself.
Yeah, this is what's happening.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Now you feel my pain.
Yep, my turn.
Your turn.
It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Thus we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? Ah, for a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrett, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts.
What is this piffle, I ask you?
In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house.
What?
Yet, living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence.
What?
That was a wall.
Yet,
Let me
as
die
we
for a
look
second.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madame?
Me?
I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction.
Emmy's dying over there.
Am I? Is my mic
Oh.
dying?
A little bit.
We didn't pick
Uh.
up that what it was last said, yeah.
It is.
Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is the handbill advertising a circus show.
Oh,
Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garradib. At Batty's Circus. A traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe.
Well, I most certainly did not.
I believe I have made my point. And the fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a rain of fire.
A rampaging, aesthetic, Asianatic lion. Okay.
I think I like aesthetic better.
First off, what is Sherlock's fascination with animals?
He's the king of beasts. What more do you need
Yeah.
from him?
He
Yeah,
just said it
he's himself.
earlier. Do I need to rewind the conversation?
I think you should.
Why?
No, you don't need to
There you
rewind the
go. For
conversation.
in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. There we go. I
There
rewind the
Tarzan.
conversation for you.
There we go, case closed.
Okay, there, Tarzan.
Mhm. Now, Mr. Garradib. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that blithe pose, the distress this loss has caused you is veritably tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, and the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage.
Nonsense, man. I simply...
But what, we must now ask ourselves, is the true cause of this pain? And we need only follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is this pile of bills that was given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment.
Wait.
I don't know what that was.
For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances. And so you had no choice but to let it go.
Yes, well...
Look at those
Now.
cheeks jiggle.
Right?
Right?
I know her cheeks just kind of went, wow.
No. When they talk about jiggle physics, this is not what I had in mind. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, Kyle,
Usually the jiggle physics are how you say more aesthetically pleasing.
Okay, good. I wasn't the
Good night, everybody!
I wasn't the only one who picked that up the first time. Okay, good. We're all on the same page here. Got it.
Okay.
Unimaginable.
The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken.
Deary me.
Oh, you're right. Those cheeks have jiggle physics, alright?
Yeah, you too.
Right.
Oh god.
But what could cause such a destructive outburst? This time, madame, I'm afraid it is you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has set upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only look at the Tower of Cakes. There is no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it or was it not once said by a certain nobleman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake?
Oh my god. The pun.
Right?
The reference. Let them eat cake. Oh my god.
Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact.
Made.
What do you mean?
Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There is only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India.
Oh my god. What a deduction, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, clearly nothing wrong with this deduction at all.
Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle. What's the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring scalding hot tea all over me.
I'm sorry, Mr. Garadib. I'm afraid I didn't notice.
They let him stop by his brilliance. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too.
Oh,
Mr. Slomes, sorry to butt in. Again, but could I make an observation?
Why, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo. What is it, again?
Well, your deductions just now. Do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room this size?
Indeed, it is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense.
Wouldn't it be an idea just to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well?
But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garadib and his maid would have been hurt. Or worse.
Ah, that's where you were stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against this beast using that large cannon.
I thought you said this sold the lion to the circus!
And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I've ever heard of a lion that drinks tea.
I don't know where you're from, but I've seen lions do that.
Ah, my dear Mr. Sato, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, they're infused with a highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea.
Oh! What a glorious notion! Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's your turn to shine again.
I had the feeling this was coming.
A slight massage. That's all Mr. Sholmes' deductions need.
Yep.
You can do it!
Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruhodo.
We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe. Okay!
Let us start again from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes, logic and reasoning spectacular.
And
Okay,
this,
kids.
Cammy, is when we break down everything that Sherlock did and
Course
tell him
correction.
he's wrong.
Hold it, Mr. Schlong!
oh boy.
Now we get to bring it down to the right path. Alright, let's do this.
Okay, are we having fun yet?
What is
Okay.
going on?
We're not going to read all of these again.
Yeah, if the text changes, then we are going to read it. But I
Yeah.
mean, we don't need to read the same thing. Okay, so we got that.
Actually, so I haven't water left. I don't. Okay, I have a little bit, thank God.
And this is where time stops. I really didn't see the lion thing coming.
No, but if you observe Mr. Garadib's reaction, it really seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room.
Yeah, it's something with a very fierce nature.
But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India.
So, what was it then?
We must follow Mr. Garadib's days. That will lead us to the true answer.
Wait, where was he staring? I don't remember.
It might be behind the lion statue.
Let's inspect it. What's this photograph?
It appears to be from Mr. Garadib's wedding. He looks very happy, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, but he can't make out his bride.
No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face.
I wonder what happened. But probably just not to delve into it too deeply.
Probably that. I don't know though.
These are shells for the cannon, are they? What a strange place to keep them.
Imagine they have some significance to Mr. Gerdeeb from his time in the army. Ah, of course. He mentioned a battle to us before, didn't he? Do you remember? He said he had been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was one of those that hit him?
If around that size had hit his knees, there would be nothing left of it. Or Mr. Gerdeeb, for that matter. Mr. Shaw has a Persian slip. This man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary in Britain to display them. To display rubbish on the mantelpiece.
Oh.
This is all I can move back and forth. So it has something to do with the photograph. This is where I have to think. Crap. Oh no, don't make me get bitchy voices out here.
Did you already read this?
Yeah, we already read this.
I didn't. No, this is new dialogue. I'm
I'm pretty
looking
sure
at
I
his-
read this.
You
I'm
sure?
pretty sure I read this. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna do bitch version of it then.
No!
Mr. Garrity was still in the army! Oh. No, I don't remember reading this. He seems to
Oh.
be carrying his rather stout bride effortlessly, beaming in a smile at the same time.
I suppose he was very strong in his younger years. Oh, we
See,
didn't read this.
bitch-
Interesting.
Bitch Shizato comes to save the day!
No. Oh, fuck off, Shizato.
Go home, Taylor, you're drunk.
Hard to imagine now, he's thin as a rake.
Okay. Feel like there's more to this. It's
I know,
definitely
that's
this. It's definitely this photograph, but
Yeah. But I have a feeling it's this, maybe. Anyway, or, I don't know.
Wait, so is he
Anyway.
married to the maid?
I don't know. Well, I mean, one could make that assumption, but I don't know. We don't really have any sort of definitive thing to point
You
us
don't-
towards that. So, Mrs. Otto?
the glass is broken, so you can't see the bride's face at all. I'm pretty sure I read this.
I didn't
Oh,
hear
no.
it. But no amount of craft could hide the woman's plump form.
I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah, she certainly looks like that. There's a lot of horsepower too. They're not someone you want to upset, that's for sure.
Oh, look! Have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it?
Yes, that's an unusual design.
It looks like some sort of embellished sunflower.
Okay, so just to go back in time.
So we're trying to find the beast, right? It's not
so
the lion.
your
statue.
furtive gear leads us to directly answer beast. I did not see that lion coming. Yeah, it couldn't have been a lion. So what was it? We must follow his gaze. What was? Yeah, okay. So, Kyle, do you want to give us a bit of a hint here? Because I'm kind of stumped this time.
You're in the right area.
Okay, so,
So
I am in the right
it is-
area.
The wedding photo.
Yeah.
But
By
don't
I'm
you
clicking on the frame.
Why don't you click on the bride? Because it's saying what is the beast? Maybe it was the bride.
Maybe click on the ring.
No. There's him, there's his newlywed bride, but it won't let me press this thing.
Maybe
Hmm.
press the bride. Try the bride.
Let
Take that!
I'm pulling this. Oh,
Oh, maybe it is.
I was gonna say I'm pulling this out of my ass here. So
The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride.
Precisely, Mr. Naruhodo. No other explanation could possibly fit.
Sherlock does this. He pretends like he knows what you're talking about.
Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garrett. Yeah, ignore the fact that he knows what he's talking about. He actually doesn't.
He has no clue.
Yeah.
No brain cells.
Head empty, no think. And why we limit the
Music
fact?
behind eyes.
Right.
Notice how Naruhodo just twirled into Brave.
While her face is obscured, we can still make out our mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they can must contain. Ah!
Indeed. Surely any woman of such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast.
Honored might be stretching to a point. He's like, too late!
Too late. The fact remains that the beast would so clearly savage this room. Was your wife, Mr. Garrett?
You guys notice that there's a handprint on his face every time he does that?
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get into that soon. There's probably a reason behind that. And I think we're slowly exposing that.
This is not the one.
Oh?
So, because he changed because we update logic throughout this entire state, then obviously some stuff doesn't actually connect properly, like this, because we obviously know what's in her pocket, so stuff doesn't make sense automatically. So sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't smooth in properly. Anyway.
Fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself.
Well, I don't know about fragile.
Oh, dear. Anyway, Mr. Jones is quite right. There's no sign of, Mrs. Garrett anywhere.
But it seems there may be clues to where her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garrett's wife could be. Oh, we get to stare at herself. Ah, wedding ring. She's wearing a very large ring. Look.
Yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. And it's on the ring finger of her left hand, which means it's surely a wedding ring.
It looks like it's on there for life, too. I can't imagine it would slide off with a finger that size.
That's something to think, Mr. Naruhodo. Not to say.
Yeah, every time I think, though, you damn people can keep hearing what I think.
You know, Mr. Garrett's wife in this photo had a ring very much like this one. It was a large sunflower design as well.
Really? Wow, you have a great memory for these things. Large sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it? Just curious, I do want to explore what else she has going around. What else can I... Maid, teapot, pocket... Well, no, I mean, it's pretty
Did
obvious.
anyone notice her hairline?
I know I did. Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts.
Beautiful.
10 out of 10.
Great
Getting a
acting.
text message.
Fair.
I'm
Great
just like, what
acting.
the fuck is going on?
It's Ace Attorney, no one knows what's going on.
Fair enough.
It's also a dance to deduction, which we also have no idea what's going on.
Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. The fault is identical to the one shown in the hand of Mr. Garrett's bride in this photographic print.
In other words, you are no ordinary houseman.
No. You are Mr. Garrett's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garrett herself.
My word!
Nice.
Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightfully surmised, this is the wife, yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say, but she was a bally corker back. Ah! It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was 2nd Lieutenant for 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly.
You mean Mr. Garrity versus his wife work as a maid?
Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garrideb? Only company, obviously. But listen here, this must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please.
The raging wife of Mr. Garrity. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're stopping here. Mr. Shlum is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrity's wife a beast.
Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable.
But Mrs. Garrity was standing right beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he?
Oh, how true. So perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then.
According to Mr. Sloane's, Mr. Garrity's pain is intangible. It's tangible. What could that post really signify?
And print. Black cheek.
Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders. The pain you feel is being revealed by that slapped cheek.
And, of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. Was you, Madame Joan Garrideb?
Oh my god, just look at her
Look at her eyes.
He's like, oh my god!
Yes.
You have been desperate to hide that slap mark on your face. Oh, the blazes! How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow.
That's why you haven't looked directly at us, not even once. Keep your other side from view.
Well, Now, let's proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garrett to fly into a rage.
Didn't the show say that the bills were all for lion fodder?
Yes, but now we've established that the lion never existed. Which should only mean that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Garrett's wife.
Mr. Naruhodo! She's a person, not a thing.
Yes. Well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark print, in fact.
Yes. Why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder?
I left to know the answer to that question.
Says Susato, who legit does a Susato takedown to Ryanosuke whenever he's dumb.
Ooh.
Just
Just yeets him. Oh dear. This plate has been smashed to pieces. Sorry, I'm taking a drink. And nobody seems inclined to tidy up the mess.
Perhaps it's some sort of high art?
Really, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, anyone who has a cannon on display in their living room is clearly a little eccentric.
Yes, let's call it eccentricity.
Oh, what's that I see there?
Someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here. Look. Mr. Garrett is clearly an avid reader.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark.
Oh, no, so it isn't. There's a note. Written in a woman's hand. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
And look next to the signature here.
Lip marks, made with lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture.
Don't get any ideas to set this on.
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
This bookmark is actually a love note then. Ooh, thank you for changing that.
Take that!
Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer.
Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed.
Oh!
Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss
angry.
Mary, is the fly in the ointment here.
Oh!
Look at-
Oh! Oh!
Ouch! Ouch!
But I don't know the bully woman.
You don't know her?
That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right. That's what I've been saying. Ah!
A likely story.
Now listen here, Joe Note thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at a second-hand place, and that note must already have been in there.
So, the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark. Hold on, she's pouring tea right now. I just want to see how long it goes, if it overflows.
No, it's endless.
Ah, so you have the latest cup model. You have the latest compass. Don't you? It's bigger on the inside.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, that's the service. Oh, sorry, wrong song. Yeah, that was a terrible. Anyway.
That's right. That's what I would say. Ah!
Unlikely story.
For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you've forgotten, is John. Ah!
Unlikely story.
Are you questioning my name now?
Ouch!
And there we have it.
I like how we didn't even have to talk throughout the entire thing.
Arouse the suspicions of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with the most ferocious bite. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable— Okay, I think it's—
Unimaginable? Bury me.
I forgot there was one more to this.
But surely Mr. Gertie didn't eat the carpet?
I mean, this is scary. No, of course not.
Yes.
But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray is a result of her wild temper.
No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Jones did. We need only to follow Mrs. Gardeeb's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer.
Alright, let's see what we can see.
Yes.
God, that their freaking last name is just.
Oh, I see it immediately. I know what it is.
Well, I mean, I already saw it too. I mean, it's clearly right there.
This looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it?
The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. It looks to me. Even the slightest knock would make it topple over.
Oh dear. That would be dangerous.
Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing.
Yes, I didn't notice that before.
Why is that, I wonder? Why is there one of the three candles missing from its holder? The carpet here has been ripped to shreds.
Yes, and according to Mr. Shum's deduction, the tears match those made by an Indian's lion teeth exactly.
Oh, look here.
What is...
If you look closely at the edge, you can see scorch marks.
Yes, so you can. In that case... perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in the normal sense at all.
Let's rethink this with that in mind. I mean, what do I present here though? The candlestick or the candle? Carpet. Oh, no, I mean, it's pretty clear what I mean.
Take that!
Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need to only look at the candlestick.
Most illuminating, my dear fellow. And of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth.
Yes, there are minutes of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured and truly invisible.
Indeed they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks! It would appear that this room is the scene of a little marital altercation.
Mrs. Gardeeb's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only to her husband's face.
But on the entire room, the force of a strike caused a candle to fall from the holder.
In seconds, the carpet was alight and the whole corner of the room in flames.
Yes, For the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire.
In this room, that ferocious beast bared his claws and ran amok.
Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here.
No, we get to end it. We get the turtle! Ah!
After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire.
Oh, he got up.
Mr. Shoulders, sir. I salute you!
Oh, down he goes.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, the ending pose.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Deduction complete. Elementary. And that is the death of deduction again.
Nice.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Dance
what
of
time is it?
deduction. It's almost 11:30.
Yeah. Let's wrap up this. See if we can wrap up this conversation and stop.
Okay. It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, we discovered some rather illicit material.
Which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems.
Don't know about admonished. Demonished might be rather closer to the mark. And beast is most certainly an apt.
Here we go. And the carpet was destroyed by a fire when the candle fell.
Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know.
You know, I'm surprised you don't have any tea. I'm surprised you don't have any burn marks from the amount of tea that's been spilled on your lap.
It's not even wet.
I know, right?
Just freaking takes it like a champ.
I know, right?
The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick's rampant rage and the raging flames. You paint a taller picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining.
That's sympathy for you.
It didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind that screen for the time being.
Mr. Garden?
Well, you've nothing more to hide now, if you'll allow me.
Oh, wow.
Had all my favorite novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Then the wife started hurling things at me.
What a terrible sight it must have been.
There was I, back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it was, I lost my favorite, a book called The Lion's Pride. Lion's Pride? Ah yes, notorious love of big cats coming through again.
I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest.
So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast's rampage.
Mr. Sholmes' deductions turn out to be correct once again.
He can only be described as a great British wonder.
That's one way to put it.
That's definitely one way to put it.
Yeah.
I tell you, it was total carnage. Flames everywhere, the old stick in full fettle.
Out of interest, what time of day was that?
Not sure I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see, around 5 o'clock, I think.
So exactly at the same time. As a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below.
Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been flattened outside my window at that moment. And I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing.
Oh, really?
Oh, hey, her name came up as Joan now. Mr. Sloan.
Shush, I'm enjoying the crickets.
Mr. Sloan.
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. What can I do for you?
Well, I think we got to the bottom of Mr. Garrity's situation. Right? But what does this have to do with Mr. Natsume's circumstances?
I can't help you there, I'm afraid.
What?
My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether his secret would prove to be of relevance or not.
I just knew you were going to say that.
Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only 2 categories, those relevant to the case and those not.
That makes no sense to me.
Well, no matter. It is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now.
Sorry?
Visiting hours at the prison will soon be over.
Oh no, is it that time already?
If we were to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to.
So that's it. No more time to think.
Perhaps you would like to betake yourself to bidding us farewell now? I must prepare supper for Mr. Garrideb.
Oh yes. I'm so sorry.
Thank you both very much for your time.
Saseki-san will be waiting for us. And I'm going to have to give him an answer.
Next
No.
time on Ace
Next.
Attorney.
No, that's that. I'm saving that for next time. Screw that.
That's
Okay.
why I said next time on Ace Attorney.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Oh, sorry, wrong show. Wrong show.
Damn it, I was just about to do that.
Alright, that's it. Come back another time. Thank you, person, for
time.
following.
Next time on Orin High School Host Club.
They need a season 2.
They do,
They do.
honestly.
Hey, is Damon Grant a cool guy in this or not?
Damon Gant?
He's
Yeah,
not
what-
in this game.
He's
He's in the first game.
But is he
Cool,
cool or
good
not?
guys, yeah.
I'm sorry, my good fellow, but that time has come and gone.
But is he a cool guy or no?
I'm sorry, that time has come and
Yeah,
gone.
sure, I'd say yes.
Too late. He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone forever.
That part of the game has already passed us, and that was a freaking long one too.
That was a long one.
Oh, God, was
So,
that
in a Discord I'm in, we have the Mudai roller bot, which is like the claiming husbandos and waifus, and I was wondering if he's worth to claim.
I wouldn't, personally, I wouldn't, but if you like, go for it.
Nah, it's too late.
Yeah.
Personally, Personally,
Are you
I
skipping
have
It's too late.
Personally, I have other characters that I would rather pick.
So good.
I'm gonna end the stream before any of those get leaked. I'm pretty sure no one else wants to, unless you prefer to share it.
Shlomes.
Well, everyone knows I'm an Apollo simp, so.
There you go. There you go. Anyway, that's the end of the stream.
Yes.
I'm gonna go and wallow in my grief. So, bye.
Oh.
Bye.